I want you to bookmark this video and come back to it in 6 months, and I'll tell you why. The app Procreate, which is an artwork app primarily for the iPad, it was designed as the iPad came out as a way to take all the creativity you get with pencil and paper with paint and bring it into iPad in a way that professional artists could use. What they've just said is they are not going to do generative AI at all. In fact, they have an entire website, I'll link it under the video here, that says AI is not our future, creativity is made, not generated. They are going, you know, to town on this. In fact, I will just read their first paragraph here. Generative AI is ripping the humanity out of things, built on a foundation of theft. The technology is steering us toward a barren future. We think machine learning is a compelling technology with a lot of merit, but the path generative AI is on is wrong for us. So there you go. They are in competition with Adobe, which has famously gone all in on generative AI, and to the point where they now have ads out on national television programming, including, I think, on football games in some cases, where they are showing what you can do easily with generative AI. And they're specifically pitching it as something that enables ordinary people to get extraordinary creative results and bring their creative vision to life really quickly. So, for instance, you can easily wipe out an entire background. You can replace it with a generated backfill of an entirely different scene. You can have yourself standing on the road by the seaside in your vacation shot, and you can change it. And instead of it just being the ordinary beach town, it can be a special magical, English kingdom that is right next to you and right next to the beach. I'm entirely making that up, but I'm sure it would do that. The point is, Adobe has gone all in on this, and Procreate has gone all in on saying, we are here for the artists. We are here for the artists who are specifically nervous about AI, and we are going to put our stake in the ground, and we are going to only serve them. What I want to know in 6 months, and the reason I'm telling you to save this video, is whether that pays off. Because these are very different markets. Procreate is going after people who may be AI skeptical, who are artists, who will be more committed to them, they think, if they can stick with their non-AI stance. Whereas Adobe is going after a market of casual creators. Canva's doing this as well. And they're basically saying AI helps you bring your creative vision to life. And we want to make sure that we give you the tools so you can do that. And then because they're Adobe, because they're Canva, because they can serve multiple personas with their scale, they're also serving professional artists who are more focused on commercial art application. And they are saying you can bring your commercial art application to life more quickly, more efficiently, if you use generative AI to help you with your workflow. I think what's interesting to me is I could see both of those companies thriving. I think the space we're in is wide enough and diverse enough that you will have a contingent of serious artists who do not want anything that they build or touch to be touched by AI. Procreate might serve them well. I also think you're going to see a whole lot of professional artists who are making work for hire who will need generative AI to keep pace as we continue to drive higher and higher expectations for the quality of work at a particular cost, because underneath it all, generative AI is changing the expected yield of our work. And so we're going to continue to see more expectations for more high quality work at a particular cost. And you're going to end up needing generative AI in your workflows to compete. Adobe's making that bet. They're also making that market. They stand to profit from it. And they stand to expand that market by bringing in these casual creators with these like easy to use, easy to advertise, put it on football games, generative AI features. So I think there's room for both. I do think that the bigger market is where Adobe is sitting. The bigger market is where Canva is sitting. And I think Procreate has decided they're just not going to play in that market, and they're going to serve professional artists, and that's big enough for them. And that's what they're going to do. I will be curious if we come back in 6 months if their stance changes, or if they are going to be considered one of the vanguard of apps that are deliberately anti-AI. There will be some, and I'm really curious to see sort of where they end up. So you tell me, what do you think? Is Procreate going to stick with this no AI stance? And if they do, is it going to end up making sense for them? Are they going to end up coming back and regretting it, or coming back and saying, no, this was the right call for us and for the customers that we're serving? Let me know in the comments.